morning. Good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Architects of Lore, the one and only weekly podcast where two delightful cousins sit around and discuss the age-old art of storytelling. And at the end, we're back to it, folks. We're coming up with new banger ideas in 2024, but I'm your host, Zach, a.k.a. Z-Town TV. That is my co-host slash co-cousin, Devin, a.k.a. Devo City. Devin, how are you doing this fine evening?
Oh, we're doing, great start out to the year with my computer just deciding to shit the bed. So, a lot of fun
literally,
stuff.
2 minutes ago before we started the show, you were like, let's not talk about it. I'm just going to get upset and
I
frustrated.
want the people to know what I'm going through, and that I'm struggling and I'm on a backup laptop because the show must go on. And we're going to figure out how to edit this weekend. We might be going back to Final Cut on the Mac, but we're going to figure it out because I promised the people video content, and I'm not going to break that promise week one into the new year.
That's true. You have all the excuses built up for you, but Devin is a professional, folks. Far more professional than I am, because I would have cut bait and run. And been like, we're back to audio, folks. Here we go.
Audio only. No,
audio.
You enjoy your weekend as I stress on how to edit this.
Good thing is that your backup MacBook has a solid state drive, so you'll be fine with Final Cut. Is that what the program's called?
Yeah, it's Final Cut.
All right, there we go. So you'll be all right.
I mean, I'll make it happen. I'll make it
It'll actually probably be like a real smooth editing process. And you'll be like, wait, why haven't I been doing this for years?
Yeah, why am I not using my backup computer instead of the machine that
your MacBook Pro from 2016
specifically for editing
than your tower? Probably. Who knows?
It might be. Guys, don't buy Best Buy brand.
Wait, was it actually Best Buy brand?
Yeah.
No, it isn't. They don't have a brand of computer.
Yeah, it's called Cyber PCs. Yes, they do.
That's changed in the 13 years that
Yeah, I would hope that.
How old am
I don't know, 38, 36.
38? Jesus.
I'm going to be 37 this year. How old are you going to be?
I don't know.
I think you're 36.
Kind of sounds like my life is past.
I think you're 36.
I'm more confident, Zach. It's 2024.
Yeah.
I'm looking good. We're doing the show.
Your resolution.
This is coming out on video.
Look, you got an arm? Would you get an arm for your microphone?
I've had this arm literally since day one.
I don't look at you, apparently.
Well, to be honest, Devin, you don't look so great on your backup laptop computer. You're all framed wrong. Can't see the Devo City fully in your background,
Well, I was already
thinking. Am I covering up the old lore list? Yes, I am, because I'm standing.
I already think I have to redo the background with this for the new season, but I had a lot of plans that the universe was like, you know what, we're gonna deal with this plan first.
It's all right, because I heard that you got a new video game this year.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Welcome to the bandwagon. Welcome to D&D Talk with Architects of Lore. Devin, what'd you do? What class? What race? What level are you at?
I'm a level 2 tiefling warlock.
Okay. Get a little dark side in you. Have you murdered anyone that you probably shouldn't have yet?
You know that I have. You're just trying to bring me down, obviously I made some genocidal mistakes early in my career. Am I used to games where you just defeat the NPCs? Yeah, I am. I didn't realize there was going to be repercussions of my actions because no one invites me to play D&D.
Devin gets in a video game and he looks at person in front of me who's blocking me from something I want to do. Murder.
Yeah, that's how I was taught to play video games.
Well, now somebody might have to reload a save because you started feeling real bad about it. That
I already
might have
lost
been a bad person.
2 hours of my campaign. Oh,
you're supposed to flirt a little bit with the dark side with the Warlock pact. You made a pact with a demon or an old one or a devil. It depends. I don't know your pact because I haven't played a Warlock in the game yet, so I don't know who your deity is that you get your powers from. Maybe it's Baal. Maybe you're like a Baal son of murder. Who knows?
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
These are D&D facts.
Is so complicated.
It's
you really gotta pump the brakes because I'm dipping my toe and you're like trying to push me off the deep end, and I'm so close to not playing this game ever again.
Why?
Because you guys make it so complicated.
It's not complicated. There's just consequences.
You know how like normal people say like nerds really complicate their hobbies to the point where it's unaccessible? That's what you and Ryan are doing.
I'm not gatekeeping. I'm trying to bring you in. I gave you some pro tips, which have been helpful. Right.
Just saying, stop like talking about all these things that I don't know. Ball and this and that.
Ball's
and,
a god of murder.
Yeah, I don't know this. So like,
don't even try this, Devin. You're the type of
coming
person who
out
goes
with
and
so much
watches
lore.
35 minutes of YouTube videos about lore for some random thing. You're gonna get into it. You're gonna be going down the rabbit hole.
Let me go down the rabbit hole. Don't shove me head first down the rabbit hole.
All right.
You guys are just pushing a little too hard. That's all I'm saying. I
All
appreciate you teaching me how to swim, but let me get used to the temperature of the water. Is all I'm saying.
You said to me on the phone, Zach, I feel like I made the wrong decision. And I was
do
like, there
feel
are
like-
no
yeah,
wrong decisions, Devin. There's just consequences. So you just gotta live with it.
Yeah, I don't like living with my consequences.
So reload the save
Yeah,
and don't kill the people.
that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm hoping for. But
All right. Well,
We'll
that's
see.
D&D talk with Architects of Lore. Which
yeah,
is
I was
a more...
invited to go golfing, but
Okay, now we're into sports talk with Architects.
well, someone
of Lore.
wanted me to go golfing on Sunday. And I'm like, I don't know if you realize that if the Bills could either be the number 2 seed in the AFC or potentially not even be in the playoffs.
Wait, this upcoming Sunday or last?
Yeah, this upcoming Sunday.
Gotcha.
If we beat Miami, we're good to go. Sorry, Sean, but I'm rooting to beat Miami. But if we lose to Miami and
There are like several other scenarios that has
the
to happen.
Jags and the Steelers win, which is possible because the Steelers are playing the Ravens, who have already clinched the number 1 spot. So they don't really care about this game.
Lamar Jackson sitting down.
And then you can't really, ignore the Jags. They beat us in London. So it's like, we need to win this game, or we're going to have a very devastating February.
Well, I mean, not to be like, depressive about it, but isn't it good to get the loss out now instead of building up the hope in the playoffs and then the devastating loss?
What's wrong with you? You not like success? Do you not like the hope?
I'm a Knicks fan. Of course I don't like success. That's crazy.
Like,
What are
why
talking
would you
about
want to
over
be
here?
like, hey, man, let's just not even go to the playoffs,
Let's just get it over with.
Jeez, what's wrong with you guys?
No, I think
I thought this was more positive. I thought this was the year of positivity. We're going to win. We're going to make the second AFC. Oh, it's going to be great.
Bills are going to win the Super Bowl this year. Locked.
Yeah, there we go.
That is a locked-in prediction from your friend Z-Town TV at Architects of Lore. If the Bills win the Super Bowl, you heard it here first. I'm locking it in.
I
just
doubt it was here first.
$1,500 on the Bills to win this year.
Let's hope so, man.
If I hit that bet, we're going to Norway.
Yeah, you actually have to gamble it though. Like,
yeah, that's true. I got to look up the odds because
And
it
you're
actually
in New
might
York.
be like 1-to-1, and
so
then
you're gonna have to
that's-
go drive
that's
out
not
to
enough.
Turning Stone.
That's not enough money to go to Norway. The Norway goal is $10,000, folks, and we have gotten funds for Project Norway, aka the Nor fundraiser.
We're up to
Thank you
$12.
so much for the people who have already donated. The bar is getting filled. Devin will add it here in post. It's rising a little bit.
Don't give me more stuff to do in post. Not yet, man. I haven't got into my groove. We haven't started banking the episodes. We're still recording on a Thursday when I wanted to start recording on Tuesdays.
This one's coming out in a week and a half, right?
No, it's coming out on Monday.
Oh, shit. Ooh, we are behind.
It's already a one banger, though. It's already a one banger episode.
Already got a one bagger. Okay, good. Yes, thank you so much for people who have already donated to the Nor fundraiser. Eventually this year, we will formalize it into a GoFundMe. I cannot promise you when, but it will happen. But the money that you've already given us, it's already gone in the wind. You cannot request it back. So just FYI. Legally speaking,
Who requests back from a fundraiser? You can. This is a tax write-off, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
It's a research.
Those people are
it's
going
a
to get
fact-finding mission to Norway.
Those people are going to get $12 extra back in their taxes, but not till 2025 because they donated this year. They really should have donated in 2023. You know,
The episode came out on the 1st.
Yeah, they should have known before.
And thank you everyone for watching and subscribing. We got a few new subscribers because of our
Did we?
1-year anniversary special. Yes.
Look at us, Devin. I've been telling you for months. Video content is
Do not
the
swim
way.
fan my life. I've been telling you this for months. Zach has this joke where he just likes to say that he's done things that I've done in my past. And
Only one of us has been to Groundlings. I just want to say.
I don't think there's anything in this world that makes me so furious so quickly. He did it at Christmas.
I know. You went up to
almost
like 12.
ruined Christmas.
I did not expect you to get so hot so quickly.
I just started screaming, "Get out of the house! Leave! Get out of here!"
And I just said something innocuous because your dad was like, well, when are we going to do a live show? And I said, Devin's got to get over his fear of crowds. And Devin was like, don't you fucking start with that
I
shit.
said, there's only one person who's performed in front of a live audience here. And that's me.
You get out. You get out right now.
Drive safe. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll fucking talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, Merry Christmas from the Crossets.
Merry Christmas. But no, Devin, we are changing up something this year. You know, we're going to do a little tighter segments. The banter is always going to be a loose, freewheeling conversation. People, that's just the way it goes. But the movie game, it's been too unwieldy. Couple of questions for both of us. That's too much. We need to really condense it down into TikTok values. So we're just going to go 1, 1, 1. One for me, one for Devin, one for the audience. So Devin, are you ready for your first movie game question? And by first, I mean only.
Because it's time for the movie game.
Movie game.
Got the intro segment.
Well, I figured you would just do that at the beginning.
Now I gotta make that. I said stop giving me more work to do when I'm on a tight schedule. You can do this next week when we record on Tuesday.
All right, okay. That is legally binding. You
That
just
is not
said I
legally
can do it.
binding.
You just said I could do it.
I never said
I will stop for the rest.
All you want.
I will
see if
stop
they
for the
come
rest
to
of this
fruition.
one. Next week, I get to suggest things that come on the screen.
I get things that come on the screen. I
You
get
do.
things that come on the
You
screen.
do.
But
You know what?
you put too many things that come on the screen.
I'm just saying, like a little.
Like I
bit.
do the
No,
email,
that's next week.
architectsallure@gmail.com.
And I want to say that was fun. I watched the show on YouTube. It was great. Loved it. I thought you did a phenomenal job. I love the little pop-ups. Literally every time we said architectsallure@gmail.com, it just popped up. That was pretty cool. I like that. I really liked the hard cut for the commercial and then just your dead eyes right in front of us.
Yeah.
Hey, architects.
And you
Right
know
here.
that transition too that you said cut that out worked. It fucking worked. That's that genius mind at work. In the moment, I was like, you know what, this will be funny. And then you're like, I don't think it's gonna work. And I was like, had a vision in my head for the editing, and let me tell you, it worked.
It works. It was great. And right now, a lot of listeners that are listening right now, they're at goal. So you go back and watch the 1-year anniversary special if you want to be happy, because we gave you the key to happiness. But Devin, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for my first question in the movie game.
Only question in the movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
These are tight stakes. You're either going to be known as a hero each episode or a fucking goat. Here we go.
What? Those are like the same. The hero or the goat?
That's how they always say it. I know GOAT is now like greatest of all time.
Greatest of all
Before
time,
GOAT
yeah.
meant like you're fucking terrible.
Well, not anymore. I guess thanks for leaving time for a transition. you gonna ask me my question?
Well, I forgot that I was supposed to
Vet these?
vet one for the audience, and
That
I'm
is
trying
a
to
really
figure out
hard
which
one for the
which one
audience.
is.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, the one that was easier was the one I was about to ask you, and that
All
was
right.
the audience one.
All
So
right,
here
give me
we
the harder
go.
one.
On a ship monitoring a faraway planet, George Clooney meets a replica of his wife that mysteriously appeared as a feline mother of 3 voiced by Ava Garber. Wait, no, that's not how you say that. Gabor?
Gardner.
Gabor. How do you say her name?
Gabor.
Ava Gabor.
I think that's the Aristocats. Oh, so
I'm an
not,
alley cat.
not, yeah, always cats with you. You've probably seen that movie all the time.
I've only seen it once. Great movie, though. We should watch it for Architects.
No.
What if we do Cat Month? Just
Get out of
movies
here.
about cats.
Get out of here.
There's that cats versus
Can
dogs.
can you like stop talking so I can get an idea here? It's Aristocats and it's not Gravity. So it's George Clooney on a spaceship. Astra. Is it that movie that was like Astra something? Like it was something Astra?
No. Ad Astra. No, it's not that.
It wasn't Ad Astra. That would have been a good one. Ad Astra, you know. Okay.
Would you like to hear the question again?
No, I just want the clue for the first part.
Clue for the first one, rhyme title. Toe, scar, kiss.
Toe Scar Kiss.
It came out in 2002.
Solar Bliss.
You are almost right. Take out
Really?
take out the BL.
Solaris? Solaristocrats?
There it is. He's got it.
Wow. That was kind of wow.
Yeah, the movie is Solaris.
Never seen it. Never heard of it.
Me neither. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised you got that. Good job.
Thanks. All right. For your question, biopic chronicles the flamboyant rise of rock's most beloved frontman from We Will Rock You to member of youth hockey team struggling to adjust to prep school life without Coach Gordon Bombay.
Oh. Wait. Oh, that's why. That's why. I forgot that the third movie doesn't start with Mighty Ducks.
No, it doesn't.
It is
So what's that answer?
Bohemian Rhapsody D3, the Mighty Ducks.
Hell yeah. D3. What a power move. To just
We
be like,
should
D3.
We should do a study on the Mighty Ducks movies.
Maybe during our franchise study.
Whoa, shut up, dude. We haven't talked about that on the podcast yet. Cut that out.
Yeah, we do. Come on, people. We're gonna have a franchise study.
We
coming
never
up.
talked. We haven't talked about that. Don't give it away.
Yes, we did.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Told a lot of people about it.
Cut this out.
No. All right. So, what's our question for the audience?
All right, audience. I vetted this one maybe 2 minutes ago, but I did vet it. So here we go. Your question, audience, for the movie game. First one of second one of 2024 because we gave one in an anniversary one. A comic book writer falls for a gay woman who brings the gay lord home to introduce the folks who gifted her with life and genetics. That
was an easier one.
That question, yeah. Trust me. Number one Lorcatech, the only platinum level Lorcatech that we have right now, Adam. He's going to get it. A comic book writer falls for a gay woman who brings the gay lord home to introduce to the folks who gifted her with life and genetics. If you know the answer to that question of the movie game, please email us at architectslore@gmail.com. That again is architectslore@gmail.com.
You can't suggest things with your hand.
I didn't suggest that.
You just do that. You just put your hand down across the screen like something might pop up.
Maybe.
Oh,
We'll
man.
see. All right, but
Well,
Devin,
email us and if you know the answer. But yeah, that takes us to our next segment.
which is our first in 2024, studying the blueprints. What'd you think, Devin? The other guys.
Discovering the lore.
No, it's not discovering the lore.
Let us know what you think is better, studying the blueprints or discovering the lore.
Digging the lore. Digging for lore.
That's like archaeologist of lore. Building the lore. That was what we were doing.
Building the lore.
No, that's the building the lore in the
Studying the
writer's
blueprint.
Zoom.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
So I think studying the blueprint actually does work for this one. All right. Studying
Yeah.
the
Yeah. That's
blueprint.
what I thought. Fuck you.
Okay, whatever.
Studying the blueprint.
The other guys. Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg comedy written by Adam McKay, where the two forgotten detectives, the
You know what
other
I'm talking
guys,
about.
if you will,
The other guys.
try and be the head honchos by taking on a case that got the two hotshot detectives killed. Well, so like there's these two hotshot detectives, Samuel L. Jackson and Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
Please. I'm recording.
who are pretty cool. And then they jump off a building and end up killing themselves.
You know what I'm thinking, partner?
Aim for the bushes. No bushes around. There wasn't even an awning. And then the detectives there
goes my hero.
fight. It turns out Will Ferrell, who's like an forensic accounting detective, used to be a pimp in college, and all hot women are attracted to him. And Mark Wahlberg shot Derek Jeter right before the playoffs.
The Yankee Clipper.
Which is funny because he's a Boston guy, so he's probably like, yeah, let me shoot Derek Jeter. And through their investigation, they figure out that they were using the police retirement fund to bag some poor bets. I don't know.
No, they were going to steal all the money from the police pension fund and give it to his other client, David Ershon's other client, Lehman Global.
Yeah, because of the poor moves, because of the poor bets.
Because David
Stock
Ershon
market's
is
just
terrible.
betting.
It's just all betting.
Just all betting. But I mean, this is your movie. Do you have anything else to add to that? Like, it's pretty straightforward. It's a cop detective case, and it's not the hot shots, it's the other guys.
Couple of cops who don't like each other have to learn how to be friends and work together in order to crack the biggest case that this fucking town has ever seen. And that's the other guys.
It's a funny movie. Desk pop. Boom. You know, this is just at the end of the
feel good comedy movie.
It's kind of towards the back end though of Will Ferrell's quotable comedies.
Oh yeah, this is at the end of his run or like after his run. I mean, he had a great run. Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Kicking and Screaming,
Step Brothers,
which we've reviewed. Step Brothers. Some others that I can't remember right now. Not Anchorman 2. That movie fucking sucked.
It didn't suck. It just, you know, it's hard to make a sequel. But, yeah, Starsky and Hutch, too. He was in that. Remember?
Hey, Johnson, when was the last time you did a desk pop? November 08.
Yeah, Marlon Wayans Jr. is in this movie. Or no, Damian Wayne Jr. Damian Wayne Jr. Not Marlon Wayne. Not Marlon Wayne Jr.
There's a lot of the people. There's a lot of the comedy actors that you've seen in a lot of things. A lot of them are big character actors, like Rob Riggle, right? That's his name, Riggle. Like,
yeah.
Michael Keaton as the captain. Love that.
Quoting TLC all the time.
TLC, and he also has a second job as a manager of a Bed Bath & Beyond.
And he's doing the rundown, and he's like,
funny to me.
And we have a serial rapist near the park. Oh, that's for my other job, so ignore that. I mean, unless you live by the park.
I mean, don't ignore it. Like, yeah, walk in Paris. But let's have a great day, everybody. Then he sees Will Ferrell's character come in. He's just like, "You here for the bathrooms?" Is it what? No, I'm here about the fucking case, Captain.
Gene. Sorry, I know you don't like you when I call you Gene.
Gene's fine out here. Hey, man, don't go chasing waterfalls. Come on.
You gotta hear it.
There's like, it's just like, it's one of those comedies. It's just, there's so many just random bits that shouldn't make sense in a plot line like that. Like, why is their captain, also a manager of Bed Bath & Beyond? Why is his son bi? And that's what he tells everybody. Why does he quote TLC fucking, like, none of these should matter for the quote unquote story. So when all these writers fucking rooms are going like, we got to cut fluff for story. If you're doing a comedy, you throw bits in there. Just bits.
Yeah. Adam
Oh,
McKay, one of the best comedy writers. This is when they were still doing it, before he made that whole like drama piece.
when he went into drama about the fucking Big Short. I mean, good
Hmm
movie. But
And
like
got like an Oscar nom. Yeah.
Adam
He's
McKay's
like,
probably
I'm not
best.
making comedies anymore. Get out of here.
I mean, his best role probably ever was in this movie. Is Dirty
Dirty
Mike and the
Mike.
Boys.
Dirty Mike and the Boys.
We are gonna have sex in that Prius again. It will happen.
Yeah, I mean, even the bit about the I'm a lion and you're a tuna. It's like, oh yeah? You think one lion coming against fully grown 600-pound tuna with me and my friends? You think you're gonna win that fight? No. We've got a taste for lion.
We will come on land and hunt you. We're gonna build simple breathing devices out of kelp. It's not all day thing, but hour 45. Yeah, no problem.
We can find where you live and we're gonna hunt you. And now you're losing at your own game. You really think that was the way that was gonna go?
And then just the whole thing is like, all right, I get it. It's like, okay, you gotta have this straight laced character. Why is he straight laced? Of course, he cut loose, way back in his past. But then we just like, yeah, you were a pimp. No, what are you talking about? Are you even listening to the story? That's definitely not it. And then
Gator needs his gat.
finally at the end, he was like, yeah, he was a pimp. Yeah, I was a pimp.
Yeah. I'm talking down how beautiful Eva Mendes is. My simple, plain wife.
Please, she's a 5 at best.
Tell her I say hey.
Yeah, the whole plot line of just all of his exes are beautiful women who, for some reason, are attracted to him. Even the Russian spy or whatever from that one group is super into him, and he
You
doesn't see
gotta
it.
je ne sais quoi.
The last line of the movie is him going like, "Who'd you lose your virginity to?" Well, she became an actress. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of her, Susan Sarandon. He's like, "What the fuck, man? What is with you?"
Yeah. Good movie. I enjoyed it. I've seen it before and I still enjoyed it again. It's
Like
nice
I
that it's
said,
on Netflix too. So
that's
it's obtainable. It's one of those easy Netflix. Oh, just throw it on, put it in the background, maybe. But you put it on the background, you're gonna be sitting down watching that, laughing along.
I mean, it really brings you in immediately because you think, like, even though it says the other guys, and even though Ice-T has this fucking overview at the beginning, you
Narration.
still are like, okay, well, then how are Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Samuel L. Jackson going to like factor into this movie? Because here they are, the two mega stars. They're right here in the
Yeah,
beginning. And then they jump off the building to their deaths, and then they're just
no way
gone
when you saw it the first time did you think they're gonna kill these guys within the first 2 minutes.
in a stupid way. Not like, oh, they went on in a blaze of glory. It's like, no, they cut the rope. There's clearly SEAL trained or whatever military is like, they go down, take a partner, aim for the bushes. Bam. No bushes, just death. To playing to there goes my hero.
Yeah, and you're thinking the whole time when you first see them, oh, Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg are gonna have to act opposite of these guys.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be like doing the like case as they're doing the case, and then they're not gonna
Nope.
listen. Nope, they're just dead.
That was Damon Wayans Jr. and Rob Riggle.
It's just a delightful, feel good movie. There's some jokes that maybe don't age as well. But they're all said in good fun. No one's like trying to come after anybody in these
I mean,
jokes or
if we
whatever.
can't separate the art from the time period, like we're gonna have a lot of issues.
They could be tasteful jokes. These were
They
taste.
can be, but there's still jokes that just are were funny in the time period, but you watch it a different time and you're like, yeah, that doesn't play
That
anymore.
didn't work. That doesn't work
That
anymore.
doesn't work.
I'm saying
But
that's not the case here.
yeah,
Were there a couple that were like on the edge? Like, yeah, but for the most part, pretty
like you
even
could go to
movie.
like breakfast at Tiffany's and be like, they had some characters that weren't, a good portrayal. Boom.
No, they
But
weren't. No, great portrayal. Damian Wayans Jr. and Rob Riggle. Those are police cops to a T, right?
how many times has Damian Wayne Jr. played a cop? Because he was a cop in Let's Be Cops.
No, he wasn't. He was a regular
Well,
guy pretending to be a
for
cop.
then he didn't he become a cop at the end of the movie though?
I don't know. I don't remember
I
how that
think
movie
one
ended.
of them became a
I
cop at the
always
end of the
I always
movie.
remember that movie, and that was like at the height of New Girl. It was just like, okay, so they just took Nick's character and Coach's character, and then just like, we'll change your names and we'll put you in this situation.
If it works, man.
It did work. New Girl, great show. Well, most of
Okay. Seems like you got to go into what didn't you like about New Girl?
seventh season was kind of eh.
Yeah, well,
A little
they
weird,
should
you
have
know.
probably ended. And then they also ran into when Zoe Deschanel was pregnant, so they just were like, "She's at jury duty now. Here's Megan Fox for a few episodes," and you're like,
True.
it's hard to have the
I
show New Girl without the girl, you know?
That show, like, I didn't watch it when it first came on the air. Like, I watched it when it was on Netflix, because they would used to put Netflix seasons out at a time. And when the first episode comes out, like, yeah, like, Marlon Wayans Jr., sorry, Damian Wayans Jr., and all these other guys, great. Next episode, he's gone.
Well, that's because
And then it's Winston.
he
He was
was
doing
doing that
Happy
other
Ending.
show, Happy Endings, at the
Yeah.
same time, and they both got like picked up
But then
or
I loved
something.
how when he came back, they didn't just get rid of Lamar. I can't remember his last name.
Morrison, Morris,
Morrison. They were
Morris.
just like, it's just another guy. It's just another guy in the
Yeah,
ensemble
and they
cast.
didn't. Lamar wasn't,
Like, he wasn't
he didn't
recast as coach. He
replace
was a different character.
because Rules of Engagement. I think was it with David Spade a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they had a different actress for. I think they had the girl from American Pie who was like the foreign exchange student as
I remember you
she
talking
was
about. I
in
don't
the
remember her name
pilot,
though.
but then she wasn't in the second episode and beyond.
Mm, gotcha.
Which, they changed characters like Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They did that switch.
That was
But
after
this was
like
just
three
like the
seasons
second
too, wasn't it?
episode. So no one really noticed this one.
No one noticed. No one. Everybody. Devin noticed.
I did. Yeah. I used to watch all the sitcoms like when they came out. I was watching all the new sitcoms. That was when cable was not as oversaturated as now.
Well,
Now I don't even
Devin,
have cable. Crazy.
I think then you were born for the next segment because we're gonna find out if we can write a feel-good comedy.
Well,
In
first we should find out where the other guys falls
It's
on
not ready. We can't do it anymore. It's
the
only
lore
2023.
list. Jesus, this guy. He hasn't run a show in 2 weeks and he forgets two segments.
What was the other segment?
You forgot to sing the movie game song.
That's not a forgetting a segment. That's forgetting a transition.
Forgetting. Oh,
All
you're
right,
gonna
so
put
here we go.
episode number. You're gonna put.
Listen, there's gonna be more to the lore list here, people. Okay, it's not a
Wow, look at
final
this.
list. All right, this is a Google Sheets. All right, we're gonna
You
have a
share
little
this with
release
me?
here. Yeah, I will. We're gonna have notes. Perfect movie. Paddington
Did
2,
you
number
check to
one.
see what your tabs are? If they're all safe,
I only have one tab open.
Excel video training. Your bookmarks, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's just
Visit the
I was
day.
learning SQL, bro. I was learning RStudio. I'm always learning. Okay, data
Gotcha.
analysis. All right, okay. Some of those are porn. That's true. Excel video training, just straight porn.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a gander at this lore list here. I don't think we're gonna go through all
No, we don't need to go
um
through all of it. It's all on there. There's
42 names.
42 movies. Okay, all the way here at the bottom. Worst movie we watched. Beautiful Mind. Objectively the worst movie we ever
Capping us
made.
out at 93. We're gonna need
We
another
can
list
add
next
more.
season.
We can add
Okay.
more. We can add more. But here we go. So now we need to find out where does this fall on the new and improved lore list.
So the other guys, I would say this
Be
is a
sure to put
top
the digital part.
half movie. I'd say top 20 for sure.
So above Surf Ninjas, because I put a little note in there. That's one of the only notes I got for Surf Ninjas. Always in the middle.
Always in the middle.
Always be my baby. It's a good movie.
So yeah, where does this fall? Is it top 10? I don't think it's top 10.
I don't think it's top 10. I think it's better than Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I can
Here's
see
the
that.
thing that I know that we were like, oh, yeah, it's a good movie. I'm always going to think a lot of movies are better than Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So We might want to reconsider.
I don't get why you think that, because it's a good movie. You just can't watch it really more than once. But it's like it's a funny movie with John Candy, who ignores Steve Martin being a total dick the entire movie. Like, it's a funny movie. I think I would say, is this better than Always Be My Maybe?
If you're sitting down, let's go back to our staple. It's date night. You know, you got the popcorn popped. You got some candles lit. You know, the chilling part is not for a while if we get there and there's consent. But first, we got the movie. What are you putting on? The other
Depends if I
guys?
want to watch the whole movie or not. You know what I mean?
Whoa!
Let's get to the chilling part at Act 3. I'm watching the other guys.
Yeah, okay, because you don't need to see how it ends.
No, you don't need to see how it ends. You get it. You can get it. You can put pieces together. So, I mean, Always Be My Maybe. You're probably going to have to watch the whole thing. But
yeah, because the feel good part of that is the ending.
Yeah.
They get together.
You can't kiss before they kiss. That'd be crazy.
That's crazy.
Even though I think they kiss earlier than that. But you know what I mean.
You got it. I got it. I get you. Okay, so it's right below Always Be My Baby. It's above The Conjuring, I would say.
All right, number 13 on the lore list.
Do you agree with that?
Guy. Yeah.
Just making sure. Well, there it is. Number 13 on the lore list is The Other Guys. And Devin, let's see if we can make a sweet feel-good comedy of our own. In studying. Nope, that's not right.
Building
Haven't
the
done a
lore
show in a
in
while.
the writer's zoo.
Let me do it. Well, there you have it, Devin. Let's see if we can make our own feel-good comedy in building the lore in the writer's zoo.
Are we doing a buddy comedy?
Yeah.
We said comedy, but there's more than one type of comedy. You have Fish Out of Water. You have a group. You have a buddy comedy, a friends to enemies to friends type situation, which is
enemies to friends to lovers.
Seems unnecessary, but this seems like because normally they call that a rom-com, romantic comedy. I thought we were just doing a comedy.
I mean, it's just one scene at the end where they just bang, and they're like, you know what? Not for us.
All right, you can write your own fan fiction to whatever we come up with here. But so in the terms of Will Ferrell, he likes to take a seemingly obscure thing and make it a comedy. Like, what if I was a race car driver? What if I was a news broadcaster? What if I was a 40-year-old who lived at home and then my mom got married and I have a stepbrother who's now a 40-year-old?
That's not a weird, obscure thing. That's just
Sherlock Holmes. What if I coach a soccer team?
Great movie.
What if I find out that I am the character inside of a book?
Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah,
not a comedy.
Not as a great movie. Okay, let's just come up with a random thing that people do that is a profession, maybe, or an event.
What if I went to Coachella as a 40-year-old guy? First time.
Honestly, I love it. Especially, and it's not like what if I went, it's what if you specifically.
Me specifically?
Or a character like
I'm not 40. I'm not 40. Yeah.
Well, this will be in a couple years then. Okay, but it's 2024, and it's a guy who has lived in his hometown most of his life.
Mm-hmm. Let's call him Jack.
Jack it is. And he just like has this kind of like, I need to do, and he just is like, I'm going to Coachella. And you're like, why Coachella? He's like,
I've been in a rut, man. I've been doing the same thing over and over again. I'm getting no different results. Okay. I'm alone. I got my 2 cats. They just threw up on me again during this sentence. I got to just change it up. I'm going to Coachella.
So this guy is cats. All right.
You said a character like me. A character like me would have cats.
Well, okay. I'm going to see, how closely do you want to get to yourself? Like, what is this guy's job?
At the end of this segment, I want to consider going to Coachella. So
Okay. Okay. So he has I'd
he
say
works
you have a
in business development. Okay,
pretty
most of his
typical, not like high stress or like
pretty high
crazy,
stress.
really
Yeah.
crazy tight deadlines.
Well, it's more about the lines of like, how the fuck do I get all these people to do the right thing so that the company can make money and everybody can still be employed? Yeah, a lot of
Okay,
stress.
so that's different. That's not like just coasting by. That's like running a business. So that's why I'm saying he needs to be like
So
in
it's a
this like
like character. Let's go really chill.
that's what I'm saying. Like he's an accountant, like a mid-level accountant who just like has a vast amount of savings
Mhm.
and lives well under his means
Well
so
under.
that way he can ball out when he goes to Coachella. But like if you make him the boss and stuff, he's like, oh, I got like actual responsibilities and stuff. Like this guy is right after,
He went through some personal stuff and he
yeah,
wanted to
and
just not have to stress anymore. So he like really pared down his life and he got a super, was just like stable job. And he lives below his means. He's always getting that takeout, the Chinese takeout, 335 for chicken lo mein and fucking, what are they called?
he's got like his set
Egg
routine.
roll.
Like dinner is at 6 o'clock.
Dinner's at
Jeopardy
6 o'clock,
is at you know
7:30.
7:30. See, they do it reverse on the West Coast, which always can it's at 7 here. This is crazy.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they put wheel on after.
If I moved out to LA and Jeopardy was on at 7, I'd lose my mind.
Yeah.
I'd be sitting down in my
Because
hotel room, going
you're
like it's time
watching,
for Jeopardy, and then Wheel of Fortune comes on. I'd throw something at the television.
because like 6 o'clock, 6 to 6:30 is dinner time. 6:37, that's when you go on your nightly jog around the neighborhood.
Oh, clean up. You gotta clean up. You don't leave the
Yeah.
kitchen dirty.
I was gonna say you come back, then you clean up during wheel,
Well, yeah, because no one's really watching Wheel. Come on.
and then you sit down for Jeopardy. Because I was like, this guy likes to get the metabolism going right after he eats.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Okay, I like that.
there's no one else here. So I was like, let me do my walk around the neighborhood.
Not walking like that. No, just regular walk.
He
Throws in a
doesn't want to walk
podcast.
like a okay.
He's got his hour-long podcast he throws in right after dinner. He gets outside, he walks for a half hour, he gets the heart rate up, he comes back in, he starts cleaning it up because every night the kitchen looks like no one's ever eaten it ever because it's
Mm-hmm.
pristine. His
Yeah, he's like
house is
steam mopping every night.
pristine. Pristine.
Yeah, he
His
has to
cats his
clean up the
cats
litter.
come in, he's following them. He's like, I see you. You're gonna throw up. As soon as I do, clean. Immediately. No dirt.
What about
That's the
hobby? He
thing.
could
When he
have like
goes to Coachella, it's gonna be outside. He's gonna get dirty.
what's another like solitary hobby he could have? He could have like a
Puzzle,
2,000 piece puzzle.
puzzling. Yeah, we were on
Yeah.
the same page.
Yeah. Yeah, we were.
This might be hitting a little bit too close to home now. Yeah,
You always have a puzzle you're working on?
almost always. Yeah, almost.
Okay, okay. So very ordinary, crazy life. What is the thing that is like I need to do something that's completely out of my comfort zone?
10th anniversary of his divorce, and he realized his life is just not what he wants it to be for the rest of his life. He's got to change.
And why is Coachella the thing that's gonna change? Is it something he wanted to do in college and he never got a chance to do it? Like,
I think it's like he's like, all right, well, the first baby step to change is like, well, I need to put myself out there. What are the kids doing these days? And like, well, what's TikTok? And he downloads TikTok, and then the first thing he starts seeing is all these Coachella things. Like, well, okay, I could do that. I could go to Coachella. I used to like going to concerts. It's just a concert, right? Wrong. It's a lifestyle. But he doesn't know that.
and he does both weekends and he stays for like 2 weeks.
2 weekends?
Yeah, there's 2 weekends at Coachella.
I don't know how Coachella works. Remember, I'm the guy. Okay.
There's 2 weekends.
Jack is me.
And then you like camp out or you get VIP passes or you get like an Airbnb. So I'm thinking you get like a nice big Airbnb with a pool and you get both week and you're just like, I'm gonna take 2 weeks, go out to Indigo.
Mhm.
And that way something could happen at the first Coachella. You could meet someone or whatever. You could have this like adventure for a week or like this weird bender thing and you're hanging out with like people have been tenting there. And then you have the second weekend, which is like the big final weekend. So it's like the first week you get there, the first weekend, you're completely thrown into the water. You meet this person who brings you on this journey of self-discovery. I'm
We're not
assuming a
doing
cute
rom-com though, right? Because this is starting to fall into rom-com.
feels rom-com-y, done it.
Really does. Which could be fine. We didn't say
Because
it
that's
had
what
to
I
be
was thinking.
exclusively comedy.
Yeah, you meet like a hippie, not because they're not necessarily hippie anymore. They're like influencers, unfortunately. But that's the thing. You get caught up with some influencers,
But
but you
like
find this
a
person who's real
nice
hippie.
influencer.
But no, the hippie person is who's like, because Coachella was a music festival that basically got commercialized and taken over by influencers because they wanted to take their pictures in front of the art installations. So
I'm
I don't
learning
know,
something new too, folks. I didn't
10
know.
plus years ago, Coachella was a completely different vibe. And you could have met this woman who's been going to Coachella, it's age appropriate. We don't want a 40
Exactly.
year
Let's
old with
keep it
like this
above board.
18-year-old.
Yeah, let's keep it above board.
But he will be enticed by those influencers and so he'll like,
Enticed how?
he'll want to go to one of those parties and he'll,
Okay, all right. That's fine. But not like a creepy predator way, right? Keep it
no,
light.
no, no, no,
Keep it
no. They're
light.
like, oh my God, it's like hanging out with my stepdad, except my stepdad doesn't want to tie my bikini, like that. We'll make the stepdad creepy. We'll make the stepdad creepy.
Okay. Except
Okay.
the stepdad's always asking me to put on lotion. And I'm
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
what?
You get it. Yeah.
You need to get out.
And you like try and give him advice, and you're like, by the end of it, sitting down with a couple influences, and you're like setting up like a 401k
Setting up
for
their
these
Roth
people.
IRA. Yeah. I'm just like, where is your money going? Okay, let's sit down. All right, let's go through this.
They're like, hey, you gotta leave. We love the advice, but you're just really killing the buzz.
Or it's more like a trade at the end. I set up their Roth, or I mean, Jack sets up their Roth IRA. I get sweet new pictures for my Tinder profile.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because they're just like, well, this is what's wrong. And it's like me with like a picture of a cat, and then me like one of those like looking at in the car, one of those selfies that's weird that you see, and you're like, is that guy kind of racist? Those are like always the Twitter handle ones.
yeah, why are they always at the
Why are they
behind the
always in their
steering
car?
wheel? Yeah, like
Exactly. And then another one was like me, like a really awkward angle. Like, what are you doing here? You're like a good looking guy. All right. And then there's like a whole makeover scene with these influencers setting me up. I mean, Jack, and then taking pictures.
but you also have this hippie girl or like this, guru who's got to. Then you got to reject him. That's when you go to the influencers, and then you gotta realize that's not you. You gotta discover what's you, and then you go on a super psychedelic.
I mean, Jack. We're talking about Jack.
Yeah, Jack goes on
Jack, let's go, Jack.
psychedelic trip with this hippie girl,
I was thinking the
unlocking
same
some.
thing.
He's got to do some crazy drugs.
He's got to do like that's got to be first weekend, and maybe part of that is like he has like one of the greatest nights of his life on this drug, but he wakes up alone, and then he's trying to find that person again. Then he's going through Coachella, meeting all the people at Coachella. The holdovers from when it was a 10 years ago, it was a music festival. The new influencers, the gurus, the weird people who come for like 30 minutes, take their picture and leave. Maybe that's still the influencers. I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
Like, celebrities. We could have celebrity cameos in this.
We could definitely get some TikTok celebrity cameos.
There we go.
Which is still good. They want to be famous. We'll put them in our movie.
Yeah, maybe one of the things the influencer does, like you could definitely be on Dad Talk, teaching people how to do things they don't know how to do. Like, well, this is how you do crown molding in your house. I just start doing crown molding. I mean, Jack starts doing crown molding.
Yeah, and he has to be in that like festival wear too. I want to see some open nipples,
Yeah, I think there's at least got to be a couple of scenes or a couple of days where it's like mesh tank top.
Yeah.
And like he's like in pretty good shape for like a 40-year-old.
He's got to get super sunburned probably
Oh,
too.
yeah. And then the next
And then
day,
he takes off the mesh and you see like the mesh from
Oh yeah. It's just the patchwork of his chest is sunburnt and not where the mesh was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's this love interest hippie guru's name?
We've done a lot of like hippie influencer, travel vlogger, fangirl
Clearly,
people. I
we're
think this
pining
is,
for something in our lives.
yeah.
We just need that hippie influencer to take us away
Hit us up, architectsoflord@gmail.com.
for all dating inquiries.
All dating inquiries. Devin took some sweet headshots of us. He will send them back to you if you email us.
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, once my computer's up and running, luckily I didn't transfer everything out of my computer and lose all that. It's still on
That's good.
I think.
What if we meet this person and then we think they're like a hippie influencer the whole time? We do that whole trip thing, and then the rest of the movie is that, Jack trying to find them again. And when we do find them again, we realize that they're like a corporate lawyer or something like that. Another really safe person who had like the same type of thing. Like, I wanted to come, I wanted to cut loose.
Yeah,
This
like she
isn't
goes
me.
by the name Daisy at the festival, but her name is like,
Doreen
Danielle.
or Danielle or whatever. Like, it's just like both of them come to the same conclusion. Like, hey, this was fun. This is not something I want to do all the time.
Yeah, so how do you want to end it? Do you change? Like, does it change you a little bit? Like, does
I think it
it
changes it no, again,
changes Jack a little bit?
changes Jack. I think it changes Jack a little bit.
I think he's got to go visit Danielle, though. She's probably working in the big city, obviously.
And he's from upstate New York. I mean, like Midwest somewhere.
Yeah, this is Chicago and outside Chicago.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, man, I gotta stay home, homebody. This is where I live. This is where my life is. And then, at the end, he's like, I'm moving to Chicago.
I don't know if is it too creepy that he's like moving there for this girl that he had.
He's going for a long weekend in Chicago.
Yeah, just be like, I'm in town.
We gotta end with them together, right? That's how the
yeah. I mean, yeah, but like,
you can't be like, I'm gonna go visit and see how
like,
this goes.
Yeah, but also, if you're like, I've got a place in Chicago, she'd be like, dude, too fast, too soon, man. Like,
true.
I mean, you don't want to come across. I mean, Jack doesn't want to come across overbearing,
But remember, normal.
Danielle's the love of your life, but
I know.
Love of Jack's life.
Jack's life. Yeah, we really gotta like just pare down. But remember, the normal rules don't apply in movies. You can make these huge.
Yeah, you can't do creepy things in movies.
Gestures.
And maybe they talk about, because they probably have a night where they're like looking at the stars on top of an RV, talking about life. And she's saying like, oh, you ever think about moving? He's like, I thought about moving to Chicago once. And she maybe hasn't let on yet that she lives in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And
but that was, it was before my mom got sick and everything happened.
Let's not bring in sickness. Just be like, that was before, and why'd you stop? I got comfortable. I found a wife. I found a job. I got comfortable.
Lost a wife. Kept the job.
Got more cats.
Got the cats.
Even more comfortable.
Not even more comfortable. I got really good at Jeopardy. She's like, what are you talking about? Ask me anything. I mean, Jack.
Is the capital of...
Don't ask me capitals. I don't know capitals.
Nepal.
Tibet. That's a different country. Yeah. I don't know.
What's that? It's like Mandu. Kathmandu.
Were you trying to do that because you were trying to bring in the cats?
No, I just think it actually is Kathmandu because that was like one trivia question I remember. Kathmandu.
Hamertosh is in the Marvel.
Kathmandu is Nepal's capital, bro.
Look at you.
Fucking killed it, bro.
Crushing it. Maybe you're Jack.
Yeah. Nah.
No, not true. So wait, does this Jack have a cousin who always FaceTimes him and like kind of pushes him to do things?
Yeah,
he's usually
100%.
Always grinding up weed that he's about to smoke.
Listen,
we
can
name that. We can name that one Kevin.
This character Kevin,
yeah,
totally is keeping things above board, but he's just pushing Zach He's not doing anything illegal.
Jack.
He's not doing anything illegal. You know what I mean?
You should move to Chicago. Dude, I met this girl once. You should move to Chicago.
I heard they got an art school there.
I didn't like art.
Well, yeah, but like you can find a
Everyone
girl
likes
that
art.
does. You ain't seen art? Everyone loves art, man.
Everyone loves art. It makes you feel things.
So is that like the act 3? Like her big reveal is that she's a liar, quote unquote, but he doesn't like care because he's also a liar, and this isn't. And then he has to like find her in Coachella, and he's like, "You can be whoever you want to be for as long as you want to be, even if it's just for a weekend, and then you could go back to your normal life. There's no judgment, you know. It is part. We don't have to be one person. We can be onions." And you're like, "Are you quoting Shrek?" And you're like, "It's a great movie."
Great movie. I'm so tired. So tired. Why is this 2 weekends long? I'm used to day concerts 20 years ago.
You ever heard of SPAC?
Dave Matthews Band was the truth. I think they're still touring. Why?
Why? The ants are still marching, bro. Oh. And then he goes back to his home. He's got to do something that's different, though. I think he could move to Chicago.
He embezzles the money from the company to move to Chicago.
It's not a horrible idea, but the whole criminal part kind of puts like a sour taste in your mouth at the end of the movie.
I mean, we could just do the generic. At the beginning, he has the job, but his boss is kind of an asshole or whatever, always taking advantage of him because he's so stable or whatever, giving him extra work because he knows he's going to do it. And at the end, he comes back and he's a new person and he quits. It's like, I quit.
Yeah.
And then he
can't do this anymore.
He moves to Chicago. He's
Yeah.
like, this is it. Everybody's like, oh, you got to keep your job. You got to keep your job so you can have, equity. You got to build towards your future. You got to build towards your retirement. You got to get your 401k up there. You got to do it. And he's just like, I don't want to live like that. I quit.
He's like, what? He's like, I paid my first year for my apartment, so don't got to worry about rent.
Sold my house. Gave away my cats. Just kidding.
No, the cats are with him.
The cats are coming with.
I signed up for an improv class.
Yeah.
Second City. That's the school they have up there.
I know that.
So we need a title. It's like festival dad. That that he's not really a dad. 40-year-old party goer. Quarter life crisis. Coachella at 40.
More than quarter life. Coachella at 40 is not bad. I was thinking like Coachella dad, but he's not a dad.
Yeah, he's not a dad.
Can't use the dad. Coachella at 40 is not bad.
I mean, it tells you what the movie's about. Coachella at 40. What's it about? It's about a guy who goes to his first Coachella at 40.
Yeah.
And he is a
Jack.
Square. Oh, yeah. Well, hold on. Let's get into our Architects of Lore original idea. Coachella at 40.
Jack, a midlife 40-year-old accountant in the suburbs of Chicago. He's just living a comfortable life. He's got his routine, dinner at 6, wash up, Jeopardy. But there's something
play with
missing.
His cats. Do a puzzle.
That part seems crazy. Play with his cats. Yeah.
But something's missing. So he's got a lot of phone calls from his cousin Kevin, who's just pushing him. We're
keeping the Kevin character in.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think you need exposition, especially when you're zeroing in a character who lives alone with his cats. I mean, obviously he'll be talking to his cats a little bit, but he needs to have that phone call of someone be like, "What are you doing?" You're like, hanging out with some friends. You're puzzling, aren't you? No,
you're watching Jeopardy and puzzling, aren't you? Yeah.
And then it FaceTimes you and you're Jeopardy and puzzling. I told you needed to get out there. What happened to that trivia night we signed you up for? You're like, I went one time, got all the answers by myself, and people were just like, "Who's this?" And I like proved that I didn't have my phone. I'm throwback jokes to season 4 of Arca?
Three. We're in
Three?
season 4 now. We're in season 4.
Did we do this? I think
That
it
was in season 3.
we
That was
did.
in the holiday season, yeah.
But I think we also did it in season 2. I don't know.
We keep repeating jokes. It's for the loyal listeners.
For the loyal listeners. And is approaching his 10-year anniversary of his divorce. So he decides he is going to spend 2 weeks going to Coachella. Weekend 1 and 2.
Jack arrives at Coachella weekend 1. He's got a sweet Airbnb because secretly Jack's been living way below his means. And he's kind of loaded. So he goes to this. He thinks it's just a regular concert. And he gets there and he is astounded by what he sees. And he meets with a group of gurus, influencers, party goers, old time Coachella people. And then finally, just a random woman. Seems like a hippie. Her name is Daisy. And Daisy changes his life.
They have an amazing Saturday together.
On drugs.
On drugs. He sleeps all through Sunday. He knows that she's going to be there all week and for weekend 2. And he spends the week searching and hanging out with those influencers and those weird hippies and the leftover
Giving
people.
out life advice to the young influencers.
Setting up some Roth IRAs.
Yeah.
And going on a journey to find Daisy. And I think Kevin pops in one time.
Kevin pops in.
I think he pops in and then he leaves.
Kevin's
like,
one of
I'm
those
gonna go
people
party and drink and go crazy. You in like you did last week, and you're like, nah, I gotta go find Daisy. I mean, Jack says he has to go find Daisy. And he searches through Coachella, running through all the venue until he finally finds her. Oh, wait. He had to find her first. Then she had to reveal that she was lying and that who she's in love with, it doesn't really exist. And then they have to, all is lost. And then he's got to be like, it doesn't matter. This isn't who I am either. And then he goes, finds her. And then they have another great night. Then they go their separate ways. And then we're back to Chicago.
And then Jack quits his job and he moves to Chicago, takes an improv class, and starts his new life just seeing where stuff goes, hanging out with
Danielle, which is
Danielle.
Daisy's real name. She's a corporate lawyer.
First thing they do, trivia night.
Ooh, I like that. Look at that come around.
And that's Coachella at 40.
Architects Lore original idea. Let us know what you think about that original idea by emailing us at architectslore@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at architectslore@gmail.com. YouTube, you're going to have to just search for Architects of Lore. And on X, we are arcoflore@gmail.com. Oh, no, Arc of Lore. Sorry. X is Arc of Lore. No Gmail on that part. So, we are in Feel Good Movies. We did the other guys. It is now my pick for another Feel Good movie. Okay, so for my Feel Good movie, it is going to be Feel Good Comedy movie. It is going to be 2023's Movie of the Year, possible Oscar winner, Barbie. Check it out. It is a comedy. It is Feel Good. And it is like Movie of the Year. So check out Barbie.
So do we do Barbie first, then Oppenheimer, or Oppenheimer, then Barbie?
You're going to want to Barbieheimer, go Barbie first. And then.
Do you? Because don't you want to get super depressed about the futility of man and the weapons of mass destruction and mass killing, and then fall into that men are evil, but women are pretty cool, so it's all right.
Yeah, you won me over, actually. Yeah, do Oppenheimer, then Barbie.
Oppenheimer, then Barbie.
For the show, you just have to watch Barbie, folks.
If you want to watch
There it is. That is our movie for next week. So that brings us to our evergreen question. Zach, what do you got?
Well, Devin, I thought of this as we were doing the show. My evergreen question for you is very simple. If you could live the entire lifespan of an animal, what would that animal be?
Be super depressing if I was like, mosquito, give me 2 weeks, baby.
I'm out here just sucking, and then I'm dead.
Sucking and fucking.
No, you could be a turtle, but your life's pretty boring. But you got 100 plus.
Well, you didn't say I had to like live the life of the turtle.
You have to live the entire lifespan of an animal. So you're going to live
You
that
said
lifespan
length
of
of
the
the
animal.
lifespan.
Yeah, so if you're a turtle, you're going to live like 100, 150
But will
years.
I be a human or will I be a turtle?
You're going to be a turtle.
You didn't
You're going
say
to be
that.
the animal.
You
All
said
right.
if
If
I would
you
live
could
the
be an
animal.
animal, what animal would you be? Granted, you have to live the lifespan of the animal.
They're probably not a fucking turtle then.
Well, no, you don't want to live for 150 years, see what the world happens.
Maybe if it's a sea turtle, but you only see what's in the ocean. I want to
I
see
want to
what's out
be,
on land too.
I want to be the megalodon.
I don't know. I'd probably be like a wild horse.
Okay.
You just run around all day and you don't
Anything
really
to
have
fun.
any predators.
No,
Like,
you don't.
say you're like a gazelle or something, or like a lion, or like you got to fight for your life. You're a horse. You're just running around the plains of Wyoming. I'm assuming. I don't know where wild
Just
horses
fucking
are.
eating grass, bro.
Yeah.
Running and eating grass, and sometimes
Someone
fucking.
tries to ride you, you buck them off. You say, "Get
Fuck
off
them
me."
up. But if they break you, you're
Yeah.
best
Well.
friends forever.
Yeah. Well, they took the time to break me.
They take the time to break you. Wild horse isn't a bad idea. I never thought about that. Okay.
What about you?
So a lot of people are going to think that I'm going to go house cat or some
Or
sort of
bird?
cat feature.
I would think bird for you.
The bird was correct. I want to be a golden eagle.
Yeah, you want to be above everyone.
I want to be above all that. Then I want to see these other birds right below me thinking that they're the shit, like a peregrine falcon, ready to just dive on prey. And then I come out of nowhere and I just snatch them up and kill them.
You could snatch the peregrine falcon and its prey and just get a 2-for-1 meal.
And then I just selfie right at the top of the Empire State Building.
You know, I'm about the same wingspan of a golden eagle.
It's true. Did you measure Lulu? What did she turn out to now?
I don't know. We did measure her, but she still has trouble putting her arms up.
Fair,
I think she got up to bald eagle. I don't know if she did. No, because I was like bald eagle, wasn't it? Was I bald or golden?
Golden eagle is huge.
This is at the Rosemont Gifford Zoo. So if listeners,
go watch.
Please email in at architectsoflore@gmail.com and tell us what animal wingspan you are.
Make sure to go to the Rosemont Gifford Zoo. Tell them that Architects of Lore sent you. You will not get a discount.
Nope.
But it's pretty reasonably priced. And
Tell
then go
you
up to
came
the wall
from Devin
with the
Loves Zoos
birds
3
and get the picture in front of your wingspan. I am not a golden eagle. I wish I was to live the lifespan of a golden eagle. Just hunting and flying. Hunting and flying.
That's a good one.
Email us at architectsoflore@gmail.com. Also, what animal lifespan you would want to be.
It's not animal life. It's what animal you would want to be.
Animal you would want to be, but also the lifespan.
Because if it was the lifespan,
human years.
I know, but like if the lifespan of an animal, but I'm a human, is like you pick tortoise because you live to 900, but you're a human.
But then wouldn't you just want death?
I don't know. There's only one way to find out.
Release of death.
But then you're like dog, and then it's like I only live to like 14 max. You know, that's rough.
That's the thing that always was like, oh, immortality. But you gotta make sure that you have immortal youth. Because if you get Genie's like, you want to be immortal? Like, yeah. And then you're just stuck in this frail, hunched over, old, decrepit body. But you can't die because the Genie gave you immortality. But you can't do anything else. You're trapped in this horrible, horrible.
All right. So at what age, for our second and evergreen question, what age would you stay at if you had immortal youth?
Probably mid-30s, honestly. Like,
yeah,
you're at the peak of your physical prowess at that point. Like, when you're younger, mid-20s, you just look like a piece of shit. Okay, you might be buffer, but your face is younger. Like, you don't have any authority whatsoever. If you're gonna be immortal, you want to make sure you're like mid-30s, peak physicalness, but you look old enough that you should have some authority over people.
Just comment on your body like it's at peak physicalness.
Yeah. Did you not?
No, but you said peak physicalness and then gestured to yourself.
Well,
I'm just asking.
Do you think you are mid-30s, peak physicalness? Just point at you.
No, I know I'm not at peak physical condition. We got some conditioning coming up. We got Connor's wedding in June.
Yeah, if you got like a genie that comes like, hey, I'll give you immortality, and you could be right now, this is what you're at for the rest of your life. I'd be like, dude, could you like give me 6 months? Let me just hit the gym a little.
Yeah,
more,
let me get some time. Or I use one of my guesses or wishes to be like, I would like to be in peak physical fitness for my body type. Boom, you're there. And then you're like, immortality. Boom, you're there.
Stop aging
immortal
right now.
Right.
Immortal youth.
Boom, you're there. And that's my 3 wishes, baby. That's my 3 wishes.
You gotta lock down. No genie's gonna get one over.
But
on
what
you,
if I
Devin.
do it at like 29 so I can just I got so many chances of making that Forbes 30 for 30 list. 30 under 30, you know?
The world doesn't recognize you as 29 forever. That's why you want mid 30s. Maybe even like a streak of gray in your hair. You know?
Dye your hair.
True. All right, well, there you have it, folks. Those are our evergreen questions. I don't remember what they are, but email us your answers at
What animal would you live as, and what age would you live as?
want to be for the rest of your life if you were immortal. Got it. All right. Well, for next week, people, again, make sure to watch Barbie and Oppenheimer if you want to, but do Oppenheimer first if you're going to do it. Really depressing.
And hopefully this is on YouTube, so check it out there.
This will 100% be on YouTube. That's a guarantee. And the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. Other guarantee from marktexlore@gmail.com.
If you jinx us on that fucking shit, I'm going to be so mad.
I hope the Bills win the Super Bowl.
Thanks you.
I do. I really do. But everybody remember,
just because the Giants are done.
We're going to draft Caleb Williams somehow. Don't you worry about it.
All right.
Everybody remember, this is your weekly reminder that if you have a story in your head, but you can't seem to get it out,
do it.
Just fucking do it. Because if it sucks, who cares? That's what editing's for. You missed the timing on it. It's all right. We're getting back. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Yeah, they are.
You're like,
stoic. That's from training, bro.
Zach's talking. I need to be very still.
Watch a TV show and look at the person who's not talking. They don't move.
I'm just like, what? Just flowing around.
Oh, yeah, you look like an inflatable balloon in front of a
wacky inflatable tube man, Devin. Wacky inflatable tube man. Good morning. Why are you shaking your head already, Devin? Did it cut out? I tried to keep it low.
It cut out immediately.
I counted it again.
It cut out when you put your hand up there. I don't know if it had affected by your hand, but like,
because normally I go like,
and then I was trying to react, you know, because you said I was so stoic, so it was the cutout. I was reacting to the cutout.
All right, I'll try to go real low. Devin, make sure to keep all this in.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Because you're not doing a good job at Excel.
Shh. This is Google Sheets. It's vastly different. Let's see if we can make a feel-good comedy for ourselves in building.
Can you before you do it, get this floor list off my full screen so I don't have to have this video when I'm transitioning into another segment? Come on, maybe think about what's going to be on the screen, bud.
You're really pushing it this week.
Oh, me pushing it this week. Let's get lore list done into building the lore of the Reddit. Zoom 5, 4, 3, 2.